Yeah, no, and I know you feel terrible, but it's not that I'm mad. It's just that I'm disappointed because I feel
We're letting Alex Stein in now, so hopefully this is the first that I've talked to him since he's been super mad at me, and I hope that he
loves you, brother.
There he is. Hello, Alex Stein.
Hello, Bubba.
Are you mad at me? You know I've profusely apologized.
Yeah, no, and I know you feel terrible, but it's not that I'm mad. It's just that I'm disappointed because I feel like you did do the Carlson shtick. You did that shtick that he was on your show all the time.
Yeah, and by the way, I've asked you before. Well, you've most recently been on his show, not me, and I asked you to bring me up, and you didn't.
What do you mean? I brought you up. I texted him. You remember we texted him and he answered back?
No, but I thought I asked you to say something on the show. But whatever. I'm not going to go tit for tat because I'm wrong, my friend.
Bubba, can I just say something?
And it's not even about that because, like, you just say, oh, I know Alex Stein. Like, what Eric Andre's going to be like, oh, I know some guy. I mean, it's not like we're going to become best friends because you mentioned me on the interview.
I know. I should have, though. But I should have said exactly that. In the high rope, in the live high wire that I'm walking, that you walk also, sometimes you mess up.
But
yes, you do.
What's that?
Can I say something? Because I talked to Stein, and I really think Stein should let you. And this is a shoot. One thing is his disrespect level, not from you, but his work, people that work for him, his producers. Stein's having a lot of problems. And I think that it carried over towards you because he felt disrespected because his producers at his show are not respecting him.
Bubba, I think you kind of need to hear what this producer did to Alex because I want to get your take on what
Am I in trouble?
happened. Like
no.
Wait, which producer? What are we talking about? What about Jimmy? What did he do? I don't even remember.
Yeah, when he uploaded the video and you told him not to.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, long story short.
Hold on. So you're going to tell me a story about a producer, and am I going to give you my opinion on what you should do or what I would have done?
I want to hear what you would have done if I had done something like this.
Okay.
Right.
This is it. And it's not even, I'm not even really that mad, but I go and I speak at Richardson City Council. I brought up this guy, Abel Garcia. He's a small Latino man. He's a good guy. He was a detransitioner. Let me just get the story done. When I go to speak, my producer, he was going to do a speech also. So I was speaking, Abel Garcia, this Hispanic man, and Jimmy were going to do a speech. When I went up, they do this all the time. They didn't turn the camera on. They just pointed the camera at the mayor the whole time. So you could hear my audio, but you couldn't see me.
Whose fault was that? No, that's just the way the city does it.
Only when I went up. Everybody else will show because they know me. That's the one where I recruited them.
All right, so that means at that point you need to bring your own cameraman so that because they're gonna screw you. So you bring your own guy to get it done right.
And so I had Jimmy there, my producer, and I thought, oh, if he was paying any attention, because he's like reading his script. He's like, what am I going to say? And he's there focusing on his own script, his own speech for 3 minutes instead of filming mine. And mine had a bunch of parts to it because mine was like a combined
hold
speech.
on, and I got to think that out of the three people that are going to speak, you're kind of the rock. You're the talent.
It's my show. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be an egomaniac.
I mean, you let people participate on your show, but at the end of the day, it's your show. So it's like me, like. And Jimmy would be like my ret.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically. So Jimmy has no social awareness, no awareness. It doesn't start filming on his phone. I actually have Paige there filming, but I specifically said film the council because they're going to be filming me.
So you had her locked in on the council because you thought your Jimmy was going to be locked on.
No, I thought I was going to be on the main camera, but I figured Jimmy would notice this, that I'm not on the main camera. He's sitting right next to me. He's sitting at the podium. He could have got a great angle of me at the podium. And this is why it's frustrating. Made this speech. We did this like illegals for Trump speech. It was really funny. Then I went up with Abel, and he was like, I keep saying this Hispanic man saying illegals for Trump. And in my speech, one of there's an Indian guy, and I was like, we will even give free citizenship to illegal Indians. And like, it was just a throwaway thing, right? Because, we're talking about illegals, all illegals. So when we get out of the meeting, I hadn't checked the video stream, so I didn't know that they didn't show me. A guy comes and he confronts me. Why would you say that Indian city councilman's illegal? And I'm like, buddy, what are you talking about, dude? It's a joke. Like, he's like, that's a crime. I was like, well, are you an attorney? Are you going to sue me? What are you going to do about it? Jimmy, my producer, runs away. When I say run, he speed walks away from this encounter.
So hold on, you have a confrontation from an
outside
outside the
from
building,
another person watching it,
right? And Jimmy doesn't have doesn't have the record. I got to get every ounce of this footage because this is going to be great stuff. He like a pussy. Oh, what would I do?
No, I'm saying he goes and sits in his car. Let me finish telling the story because it just takes a second. I'll get.
He's already fired in my book. But go ahead.
I'm not going to fire him. But
what do you mean you're not going to fire him?
Hold on, but you got to listen to the rest of it.
Just listen. So we get this prepaid wireless films. It's kind of a funny conversation with this guy, and I'm just like, dude, get away. You know, he just leaves. It was just a funny interaction. So that next day, I'm like, oh, great. This will be a great video. It's like a 3-part video. We got Abel sing, we got my speech, and at the end, we got the kicker of the guy getting mad and me like kind of, yelling at him.
And 2/3 of it doesn't exist.
Well, 1/3 does it. The most important third, my speech on camera.
Well, no. I mean, if there's 3/3, your speech, then the confrontation outside. I mean, there's 3 parts to this thing, and you're missing 2
I had
of them.
Abel Garcia, this Mexican guy. I stood up there with him, and he did this. We had held this sign, illegals for Trump. That was the bit.
I know, but he didn't get your speech individual, and he didn't get the confrontation outside. That's 2/3, bitch.
Yes. Yeah, and then listen. So I'm so mad. The next day, I go and I watch the tape over, and I see that they just had the camera on the mirror the whole time. So there's no footage of me. You can hear my audio. I'm saying crazy stuff. It's good audio, but you don't see me at all. So it's pointless. You don't even know I'm there. I tell Jimmy, I'm like, Jimmy, why didn't you do this? You've been with me, multiple times. If you just looked on the monitor, which I couldn't see the monitors behind me, you could see what they're showing on the feed because, there's an overlay, and you would see that it's just stuck on the mirror. Right. And Jimmy's like, not that apologetic. And I get, pretty frustrated. I'm like, Jimmy, we just spent, half of our day yesterday doing this. It was a big thing. We had to drive out to, Richardson, I had to get Abel, I had to pay Abel, or, it cost me money, time. And I said, Jimmy.
And hold on. And what could have been just unbelievable content ends up being average at best content. Maybe
not even usable. I'm thinking it may not even have been that unbelievable, but I would have liked to have gotten content for all the work we've done, right? Even if it's not, a million hit video.
You would at least like to have been able to see that it's average or a hit,
Yeah.
But you don't even have that option now because you can't visually see it.
Exactly right.
It's worth nothing. Zero. Zilch. Dog piss Willie.
That's exactly right. And so the next day, I'm just very stern with Jimmy. I'm not even yelling. I'm like, Jimmy, you were more focused on doing your own speech instead of put me over. Do not post your speech. Do not use Blaze resources to have them edit it. Do not. I mean, you can post it on your social media, whatever you want to do. You can do that. Do not post it on our channel. Do not let Blaze edit it.
Hold on. Don't use my people to edit your video, and don't put your video on anything to do with our show or the Blaze. If you want to put it on jimmy'sgotabigpenis.com, that's great. But
or his social media or his Twitter or whatever, I don't care. I'm just like, don't put it on the channel because I'm frustrated.
Right.
Because I'm frustrated. And Jimmy's speech wasn't that great. So we get into a little tiff. We end up working it out. It's not a big deal.
Because I've been known.
I never hit him.
I know, which makes me feel so bad because I've hit Seth 2 days in a row, and I feel horrible now about it because
you and Seth are having a very touchy-feeling relationship. I saw you rubbing his back a little bit more. Maybe you guys should put a boundary, no touching anymore.
I think so because I've been like guerrilla aggressive towards him for the last 2 days, and so Seth, I really am sorry.
No, it's all right
for putting my hands on you.
Yeah, no,
Seth's a good guy, a hard worker.
Oh my God, he did 3 shows yesterday. He did our show, he did pigmentation, and he got accosted and beat up on Clem and Kush.
That's what I'm saying. And the birthday bit was great. And then his
mom's texting me. She's going crazy. I'm full of Kushner.
So what did Jimmy do?
Let me finish the story real quick. So we work it out, and then 2 weeks later, I look at our YouTube channel, and Jimmy posts the video. And he posts a video, and I'm like, what the hell is this, Jimmy? Why'd you post that video? I specifically told you not to post it.
Well, here's the difference. My Rhett and my Macho Man and my Seth and my Lummy wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't. If I told them specifically like you specifically told Jimmy, My guys wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't do it.
Well, Bubba, I was trying to find out if you'd go on his show and give,
Oh, hell
a
yeah.
talking to
I'll
Jimmy.
get you need me on your show for me to tell your staff, listen, bitches, every last one of you is replaceable, and all I really need is Alex Stein. Now, you guys make Alex better, but don't try to be him. Don't try to be better than him. Don't try to take any of his shine. You know what? At the end of the day, you benefit from the Alex Stein rub. You're not the star. He is. Treat him as such, you bunch of, I'd love to, let me get on.
Well, I'll have you on before, but I'm going to be live.
Howard
on the 11th.
Howard had me on when he was having problems with Benji. Remember?
Yeah, you did.
Yes. That was great.
I'm like,
when
Benji, you're a
was showing
pussy
up
and
late.
you're unappreciative. I'm just come down to Florida for 2 weeks, and we're not nearly as soft as Howard. We'll hit you and beat you.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you are even more extreme than Howard. But okay, so we got frustrated with my producer. When I am there on the 11th, that Thursday night, we could have like an efficiency expert meeting live on the show where you can bash Jimmy and Brandon.
Hold on, you're going to be here on the 11th
Of July.
July.
Well, let me look my count. Am I in town?
I hope so.
That's when that concert is.
Yeah, we have
Hold on, let me.
the Money Machine concert
Yeah.
at the
James.
Lummy, you have to work out the Morgan Wallen and parking.
Yeah, that's July 11th. That's the Thursdays. I mean, I hope you're here because we're on Friday.
Yeah, we're here. So
Yeah.
now you're coming on the 11th. Now, is there another thing that you're coming in on for, or is it just us?
My birthday.
Lemmy's birthday.
Lummy, is your birthday on that
Ybor.
Saturday?
Yes, it is.
We're probably gonna get stabbed down there. Is Gene coming? We need Gene coming to do security.
Yeah, Gene and his bikers.
Yeah, Jim will be there.
Here's the thing, man. Gene doesn't call the boys out, but when he does, woo, you ain't got nothing to
come
worry.
out.
You don't got nothing to worry about when 66 patch-wearing outlaws all show up on your chopper. Man, things just are okay.
Yeah, people don't want to mess with you. But tell me this, though, Bubba, because I know we have a limited amount of time. Tomorrow with Eric Andre, you don't have to put me over too much. I would have liked to mention, because I do a very, peculiar niche thing by going and, causing public disturbances. And I know that he has made his career off doing that. His Eric the Andre show, those are his best clips when he was on the street. It was also great when he had people in the studio, but his man on the street stuff was brilliant. But are you worried that he's going to try to pull some gimmick on you?
Yeah, I am. And I can't get a straight answer from anybody.
He's going to do something to you.
Now, okay, so this is my friend. Be my friend. Like for instance, is there any question at all when you come out on the 11th where you're staying? If you need a car, who's going to get you a car? If you need a full rack of Oreos and at 3 a.m, where you're going to be able to get those?
I know exactly where to get that. Totino's Pizza, everything.
I mean, what's mine is yours. You got your own bathroom. You got your own toilet.
2 bathrooms.
Yeah, you got
2 bathrooms.
You got your own window shaker in your. I mean, you're set up. And if you really need a car, you can drive the smart car or the Crown.
I know the smart car though. Do we need to get the suspension checked on that? A couple times we hit potholes on the
Well,
highway.
they're not made. Listen, it's got really low profile tires. So
yes,
I think I'm going to give you the Crown Vic.
Oh, there
you
you
need
go.
more of the police kind of car. Those those 04 Crown Vics are almost bulletproof. You can't hurt them.
But I drove a Mercury Grand Marquis for 2 years. I mean, which is basically, just a Ford Crown Victoria, but the nicer version. It was the greatest car in the world.
So
the Grand Marquis, I mean, obviously the Crown Vic.
Well,
is great,
mine was a cop car. Mine's a police interceptor. Yeah. So
it can catch up with a Porsche.
Oh, it's fast. It's fast as hell. So at the end of the day, I'm asking you as a friend, because we're dear friends. Like we're dear friends. And
that's why I was hurt.
Like I know. Like, I'll never be able to repay you for getting my Twitter back. There's just some things that'll just go unspoken that I'll never be able to.
You can't put a price on that.
Right, you can't. And so I messed up, and I think I'm very sorry, and I'm going to make it. And I'm going to make it up to you. But what do you think they're going to do to me? Because Seth won't tell me, Lummy won't tell me. Like Seth talks to Andre's people, to Eric Andre's people, so Seth might know.
No, they haven't. All they said is they want to do an interview with you for 15 minutes from 8:45 to 9.
Okay. So that's all we've been told.
Well, I watch his show. I've watched every episode of his show. Maybe not the last season, but I've seen every other season. I've seen every episode. He's going to do something like peculiar, like something's going to fall from the ceiling, something's going to come up from the ground, and they're going
the only thing that you can get me on, the only thing that I'm noted for globally is the Hogan deal.
Rhett's a huge fan, and we both think that like a Hogan look-alike or somebody's going to run out there.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, that's funny. I'm just trying to think like what's funny. I mean, Bubba, it's worth you doing. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Yeah, but it's kind of like a roast. Like you're probably going to get a little, going to get zinged.
Well, first of all, I didn't realize like most of the time when he introduces the guest, the crowd pops for them and like yay, I'm going to instantaneously get booed. Like
no. Oh, why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Seth, what's your over under on that?
I've thought about it a lot. I think that there's going to be a smattering of both.
I think it's. I think,
no.
What kind of audience?
A lot of people are. He has a lot of. Well, I don't know how. I know Howard.
You don't know.
Well, I know Howard Stern fans like Eric, but dude, nobody. If there's Howard Stern type people there, they're gonna love you.
Right, but I don't think that crowd's gonna be majority Howard Stern. Like,
yeah,
when
you're
you
right.
think of Eric
I'm saying,
Andre,
but there will be some.
Yeah,
there will be some.
They're told what to say.
I know exactly. So what have people been indoctrined to think about me as the bad guy? Pop culturally, I'm a scumbag and a bad guy, and what everybody.
No, I don't think it's that.
I mean. Lummy, I want you and Seth and Rhett's opinion, honest opinion on how they're going. I think I get booed.
No,
I don't think so.
I think they either don't know who you are or you get booed.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a mix of both.
I think it'll be a smattering of booze.
Seth.
I think they'll get a cheers and maybe a couple of boos.
Now what does that do for Eric Andre's mindset that I'm getting booed?
I think he's still going the same way.
That might help him. That might help him because he can feed off that negative energy, and then it might give him more energy to kind of.
And here's the deal, man. Here's the other thing, and you got to at least know of somebody to be able to boo him. So it's like I'm not. So if you're booing, you at least know who I am because you've had you don't like me, so you formed an opinion. But in order to form an opinion and that be of booing, you have to know what I've done that you don't like me for.
Roger Stone says it's better to be talked bad about than to not be talked about at all. But
it's better to be booed than not to be known.
I think Gene said
I don't think you're going to get booed. I think the audience is going to give you a pop, honestly.
No.
I think they'll be like, Bubba the Love Sponge. I think there will be some name recognition.
But Alex, you agree that like it's good for Bubba to do that. I don't think he's not. I don't think Eric's going to make Bubba look like a fool. I think there will be jokes, but I don't think Bubba's going to walk out of there being like, I can't believe Eric Andre just made me look like a fool. Like I think Bubba's going to have
I think
fun.
I've done that pretty good myself.
I'm saying, Bubba, you can roll with the punches.
I can't make myself look more foolish than I already have. So I can roll.
Well, I'm saying you're self-deprecating, but I think there's on episodes where the guests have gotten mad at him and walked out. It's always like a reality TV show guest that takes themselves too serious. That's on his TV show. Now I don't know his live show. I don't know how the guests.
I would. There's nothing he could say to me that would really genuinely upset me. I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
That was a good one. You got me on that one. That was a good one. Like I would put it over.
Yeah, you would be fine. I mean, there's nothing he could say to you with, sticks and stones. He could hurt you with sticks and stones. He's not going to be able to hurt you with words.
I mean, listen, and he's a way over brand. He's a brand that's way over, way popular, and is inviting me to be part of, his show. I take that as a compliment. Right?
What's the venue like? The Ritz? Is it going to be a nice venue? How many people are going to be in it?
Like, what, 1,800? 15?
Oh, he's playing. That's a big room.
Yeah.
15 to 1,800, something like that, double decker kind of deal.
And you are giving Stein a shout out on stage, right, Sponge?
Yes, I'm going to be like, listen, I like to open up my.
I know it must be better if you did it in private. Just say, hey, there's a guy.
While I'm on stage, I'm going to be like, man, any Alex Stein fans out there?
There you go, boo.
He loves you,
I think I'm going to get booed. It's
Pimp on up.
mindset.
Like, pimp on the blimp. You created with the membrane. I'm going to do it all, buddy. I might wear my Alex Stein shirt.
Yeah, no, wear your Bubba Army shirt, represent, because the clips, Howard's probably going to react to this. I hope he does. Oh, hey, let me ask you this real quick before we go, because we only have a short time. So I was talking to my attorney. We were having a deep conversation, and he was like, Alex, maybe you should, tone down some of the crazy stuff you do. And I was like, but, I grew up listening to Howard Stern, and this guy is a Jewish guy that's like connected with the, Jewish culture or whatever. Maybe Seth can speak on this. That the reason why Howard Stern goes to therapy so much is that he kind of feels guilty, or he does feel guilty for the way he used to act on the air. And that's why he's done a whole 180, because he hates the old Howard. What do you think about that conspiracy, Bubba?
That sounds 100% true.
I think that there's a lot of truth to that. I think that he's in a different spot in life.
There's Jewish guilt that you
and
naturally have.
And Beth is way different than Allison, and he's got that Marcy Turk girl that has him looking at things differently in the twilight of his life. As he's getting older and wants to define his legacy. I could see where he would be. Listen, I don't have to go to therapy. Maybe I should. I can't afford it, but if I could afford therapy, I should. I'm not proud on how I used to act. I acted very, very not cool on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, with the hog, the killing of the wild boar, that's not cool. And I mean, calling MJ's wife's a whore, that's cool. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's a lot of things that I've done, like we've done some stunts that I feel really, really bad. Like, remember we did the ALOP expansion, Lummy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that I'm not proud of that. That makes me cringe. Then we did another one where we handcuffed 3 guys to each other.
No, that's
and they had to pleasure themselves, and the first one to pleasure themselves on their buddy's knee. One.
Okay, that's not good.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
low
Yeah,
vibrational.
I thought we blacked out all this stuff.
I struggle with some of that stuff.
Well, I know there's a psychologist on Fiverr that you can just pay. It's only like 17 baht an hour, and they don't speak very good English, but they'll give you a good psychoanalysis.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need. I'm good with. I can get through life. I don't have near the money or the fame or the social status that Howard has. I'm a D-lister. He's an A-lister. I'm like a D or I'm maybe a C. No, I'm a D. I'm a D-lister.
I don't know. I think you're more than that. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
I mean, you're like us. You're C.
I'm a D. I'm a D-list. I'm fine with the D-list. Honestly,
I'm D. I'm down with I'm down with the D-list.
But Bubba, you have to know this too. This is the problem. Is once you get bigger, even though whenever I get a little bigger, more people come to snipe you. More people trying to take you out.
Can I tell you something? I IMDb'd myself.
Yes.
And I was in an episode of like Miami Heat or something like that back in 2011. Let me, if you look at my IMDb, because I am SAG.
Of course.
Do you have your Screen Actors Guild card?
Well, I haven't paid my dues, but I'm SAG.
I'm SAG.
Bubba gets 30% off at the Mac store.
I mean, Stein was in The Office. I mean,
yeah. So anyway, listen. I was on I appeared on this episode called Miami Heat or something, and it's like it has Hogan's Knows Best reality show, TNA reporter, Saints Row, Miami Heat, Beach Heat,
Miami Vice.
No, Beach Heat, and like there's like a couple other things, Lummy. I was in some kind of show called Beach Heat. I don't even remember it. I can't even remember.
You're such a superstar. You used to have the Bubbas on the beach. Well, you used to have your own branded restaurant. People don't even know that.
I had Bubba's Ale House and then Planet Bubba.
Beach Heat Miami.
Planet Bubba.
Beach Heat Miami 2010.
Love Sponge Limousines, Air Bubba Beepers. I mean, please.
You had beepers?
Yeah.
Don't
forget Paul.
And listen, hold on. I had beepers, and I made I'm not kidding you. They were beepers with the fat guy dunking the donut logo, Air Bubba, and then they would give me a list of number. I had to call so you get a personalized greeting from me. So every night after I got off the air, I have to go read 100 for everybody who signed up for a Bubba beeper that day. They'd send me a list, and I'd be like, yo, thanks for calling Jim, but Jim ain't in right now, so leave a message after the beep. Thanks for.
No, every freaking person that signed up, you gave them a personalized voicemail message or beeper message.
But I made $5 a greeting.
That's not bad. That's good. Yeah,
$5 a greeting is what I made. So I mean, I do $200-300 a week. Be making 15, 16, 1,800 cash. Then I was at a different nightclub for 7 nights. And that was 300 cash. I was making 2,100 cash there. I mean, I was making like $1. I was making like $200,000 back in 1992, and my base salary was only $50,000.
I can't imagine how much better Tampa was in the early 90s.
Oh man, Tampa was. I bet it was. Tampa was
awesome.
Scandalous.
God, even 6-7 years ago, it was so much better.
I mean, Gene, remember back in the day?
Has it changed that much in the past 6-7 years?
Oh God, Alex, you don't even know, man.
It used to be scandal. Tampa had a real dark side to it. It really did.
I was just alluding to all the people moving here and the price of everything going up.
Oh, I'm talking about
everybody's moving to
Drew,
Tampa.
I'm talking
actually.
about Drew. Gene, I'm talking about Drew Park and the stuff that used to be able to do back in Drew Park. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I think they cleaned all that up, didn't they?
Pretty much cleaned it up, yep.
Yeah. Man, you could go to full-blown, like, sex shows back in the day.
It was that wide open. You're telling me
yeah.
lies? That's like Amsterdam. They have that in Amsterdam.
Yes. Yes, and you go to like the Pink Pony, you know the manager, and he'd tell you which girls will go in the back and what they'll do. And then you give the door guy $50 and he watches the door, and then you literally are, having full-blown intercourse in the VIP room for $1.50.
Sounds like a value bargain.
Then you go right down
there.
the block
That's
and
like
get the same
Costco.
thing for 25.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Gene, there's Gene in Tampa in the 90s. I bet he was a hell of a
Gene
guy,
is
yeah.
born and raised in Tampa.
Oh God, that's why Gene's like that. Dang, now that makes a lot of things very clear, Gene. Wow, so you're a Tampa lifetimer. Wow,
Lifetimer, that's it.
Orphan. He had a tough road. Gene
well, at
did.
least he was orphaned in a beautiful city where beautiful women.
Can you
Tampa.
imagine being orphaned?
I bounced around a lot between Shady Hills to Sarasota.
Well, that's all Tampa.
Orlando.
That's all Tampa.
Well,
though.
Shady Hills a little.
But I've been all around.
Orlando,
Yeah.
I think,
So
You could have been
anyway,
an orphan in Palestine. That'd be a lot worse.
So,
at least you're an orphan.
I'd be
here.
rocked.
well, you'd be stoned.
I'd be stoned.
Yeah. So I shouldn't worry about the Eric Andre. I think he likes me.
Yeah,
me.
he likes you because he's a Howard Stern nut. So he's gonna like you.
So-
He's gonna have respect for you. He knows you've been on the air for forever. he was in.
And
the
we had a
scene.
good.
He-
I mean, did you like our interview?
Yeah, I did. and
with
he's
the
very laid
exception,
back.
with the exception of obviously
With the
my.
exception of one moment, because you brought up Tucker, you couldn't have said, "Oh, well, I'm friends also with his biological
What
stepson."
this is how it should have gone. I used to have Tucker back in the days on Tuesdays when he was nothing, and we build him up. But but now I got this new up and coming dude. He's on Blaze TV. Ever heard Alex Stein? That's who he's got on now.
Well, this is why it's a big deal.
That's how I needed to say it.
Basically, but politically, he's very liberal, which I don't care. I'm not like one of these people. I'm not one of these conservatives like, oh, you're a liberal. I don't care at all what people's political affiliations are. I really don't.
I don't even care who wins. I don't even care who wins.
Well, I mean, I hope Trump wins, and I think he is going to go to jail. I can't believe I'm saying that, but
Good. It'll make him more popular.
But my point is, him and I not very many people go and cause a public disturbance.
I know
right?
it's not a wonder you two's paths haven't crossed yet already.
I'm trying to cross with it. Well, he's
I'm gonna
Mr. Hollywood, dude.
I'm gonna get it crossed for you, kid. You guys will be sword fighting within a month.
Yeah, because then if you get me connected with him and then he elevates me, then you get elevated too.
I know
because,
it's like Amway, bitch. I got it.
I know because it is. It's a multi-level marketing. Because maybe I can charm Eric somehow and be like, Eric, I'll do one of these public stunts with you. I'll wear the trans bikini. I'll do anything. I'll jump off the roof.
And then I get
whatever I got to do.
And then you remember who hooked you up, and then I get more of a rub from you, and then we're all trying harder.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a community we're building. That's the other thing. We're building Bubba Army community.
And I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna right this ship. Okay, I promise you.
And I know you'll make it right.
I
and
will.
Get something in writing.
No, we don't. We're not that. No, Gene, shut up. We don't need to get anything in writing.
I put him over big time with Eric Andre's people.
Yeah, Seth's been very nice. Wait, is Lummy not the EP anymore, though? Did I see that? Did I see now you're back to the EP?
Yeah, I guess I got fired. Let me know him.
What's the EP do? What is that?
I guess nothing. I got fired.
Who fired you?
I don't know. Stein said I'm not anymore.
I thought I saw a clip. It said you were on the hot seat or something.
Oh,
Lummi
that
on
was before.
Facebook?
That was before he was named EP.
Oh,
That's
okay,
old. Like
I
3
just
weeks,
watched that
yeah.
yesterday. That just popped up on my Facebook.
I just put up that old stuff to keep people happy. But no, Lummy's the EP, full steam ahead. Yeah.
Good. He's gotten a big ego from that. Have you
Oh,
noticed
super
his
big
ego?
ego. Yeah, thanks, Stein.
He's got the 40 presents to leading up to his birthday.
Yeah, we'll do that next. So, hey, listen, Alex, I gotta go. Love ya.
Love you. Talk to you guys soon.
Bye,
Oh yeah,
Stein.
and just let me know
See
when
you,
you want
Mean
me
Gene.
when you want
See
me
you,
on,
man.
when you want me on the air to set your guys straight.
I think you said July 11th, right?
Well,
when he's
I'm
here.
going to be in your studio doing my show from your studio.
Oh, okay, so that'd be more convenient. I can just step right on in and talk to the
Step
boys.
right in.
All
and
right,
talk. You
perfect.
can sit in that chair. I'll sit in Lummy's or whatever.
All right, buddy.
there you go.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.